Hey guys, welcome. Hi Jackie, you're so prompt. It's Liz Barnett. I'm a fitness and food coach based in northern New Jersey and Manhattan. Today's Take 5 challenge is going to be using my beloved bands again. In case you've been tuning in, I have a little like bronchitis situation going on, hence the coughing. I'm actually going to grab a cough drop while you guys sign on. Hey guys, how are you? So, if you tuned in yesterday, let me actually just put this down. If you tuned in yesterday, we started using one of my favorite tools, resistance band. As you can see, I'm already signed up. I'm just going to open up this cough drop so I don't spend the whole time coughing. Definitely on the road to rest and recovery this week, but still have time and still have energy to do a few basic movements. Just to talk about this band quick, I get mine from Perform Better. They have a website. They're a exercise equipment company based in Rhode Island. I also have them on my website in the store, these particular bands as well as other bands, but you can find them on Amazon. If you're just joining, welcome. My name's Liz. I'm a fitness and food coach based in northern New Jersey and Manhattan. And this Take 5 challenge is to show you that even if all you have is 5 minutes, you can still get some great movements in that'll help you strengthen your body, perhaps work up a sweat depending on what you're working on, and especially kind of undo all the things that your stressful, probably desk job tends to do. You'll hear me say this a lot, but when we're sitting at a desk all day, we kind of are in this stuck position and lots of things happen. Our chest gets tight, our arms kind of get this like T-Rex thing going on, our upper back gets weak, our hips get tight, our glutes get weak, our lower back hurts. It's all a mess, right? So the idea with the Take 5 challenge, in addition to just being a few minutes of exercise or a few minutes of movement, is to kind of help do all the negative impacts of these chronic positions or these chronic situations, right? So I started this last week, 5 minutes a day, Monday to Friday. And if you missed them, I actually created a YouTube playlist. So you can search for me on YouTube, Liz Barnett. It's on my personal page. And there's a playlist with all the previous ones. So in case you missed any of the workouts, you can see them there. In addition, I'm doing a January 6-week group coaching program, kind of surrounding the ideas of how to really create healthy habits, strengthen your willpower, and get results versus just constantly making those New Year's resolutions that you don't ever seem to be able to follow through on, right? By the time February hits, it's like you never made them. So actually, I've been doing a lot of research on willpower, and just having any sort of daily habit, no matter how small, actually helps strengthen your willpower. So doing this 5 minutes a day, I was really excited when I read that because I knew I was onto something, getting you guys prepared for January with this little 5 minute a day habit. But really, social scientists have researched that having any kind of habit that requires you to kind of focus and follow through can help you out with results in other habits. So that translates to other parts of your life. So if you've been following along with the Take 5 challenge, maybe you've noticed it's a little bit easier for you to go to bed earlier, right? Or maybe commit to a longer workout than 5 minutes or eat a little healthier. That's kind of part of what my intention was as well. There is a method behind the madness. If you're just joining in, I apologize. I have a cough drop in my mouth. I have a little bronchitis going on. So I'm trying to be gentle to myself this week and take care of myself. As far as that 6-week challenge goes in January, I'll be releasing more information next week. Those of you that have been following along know that if you commit to participating in this challenge, I'm actually offering free admission. It's a $300 American normally commitment, but if you participate in all these challenges and collect the code words, glad to see you too, you potentially have free admission. And so every day I'm giving a code word at some point during the workout, so you do have to watch the whole thing. And so today's code word, it is. So write that down, is. And again, you can rewatch all these videos and kind of collect the code words, and I'll have more information. If you don't follow me on my other social media, Liz Barnett, same as here on Periscope, on Twitter and Instagram. And you can find me on Facebook at Liz Barnett Fitness. My website's lizbarnett.com. That's where you can find my store, my blog, and all that stuff. So you can tune in there as well. Let's get moving, shall we? So this week I'm optionally using these resistance bands. These are from Perform Better. Okay, anyway, I don't appreciate the negative comments. You can go comment on someone else's page. Nobody invited you to this Periscope. Anyway, resistance bands, great for travel, great if you don't have a lot of time, great if you're feeling a little under the weather like me and you want to move, but maybe you don't or can't do high-intensity cardio or strength training, right? These are really great for corrective exercises, so if you have any muscular imbalances or any weaknesses, it's hugely helpful for both your glutes and core. So I'm going to show you a few different movements that are going to help engage your glutes and your core. And I want to teach you a little concept that I call in working out called don't move me. right? So I can't really see your comments. You guys are a little bit far away. And if any of you guys are perverts, feel free to like disconnect right now. I'm totally not interested in having you on this Periscope. Anyway, for those of you that are interested in learning something and maybe getting a little bit stronger, let's get started. So, concept of don't move me when you're working out is related to the concept of anti-rotation and stability. So sometimes exercises require a lot of movement, like a squat or a deadlift or a push-up. Fantastic. But even within those movements, there's an element of don't move me. In other words, if you're squatting, you want your knees to be stable and pushing out. If you're doing a push-up, you don't want your hips to sag, lift, or lower, right? So the band kind of challenges that concept of don't move me in that you are moving one part of your body but trying to stabilize another. So today in particular, we're going to talk about our hips. And I'm just going to set this camera up a little higher, hopefully, so you can see me. Cool. All right, so again, if you don't have a band, you don't need a band. For a couple of these exercises, you can actually use a weight behind your legs. But we're going to come into a quadruped position, that's hand and knees. You want to make sure you're not slumping down your shoulders or rounding your back. You want to be nice and flat, and I'm having a kind of a big sweatshirt here, but you want your abs sucked in tight. So everything I'm going to do here, I'm going to do on one side. But you would do it on both sides for anywhere between 30 and 45 seconds or 10 to 15 repetitions, okay? So even if you have just 5 minutes, do it once. If you have 10 minutes, do it twice, so on and so forth. So first exercise is going to be a glute kickback. I'm just going to move so you can kind of see how I'm pressing my leg up to the ceiling. And notice how I'm really trying hard not to let my hips move. So I'm not opening my hip up as I kick back. I tend to see that a lot with people. You're going to squeeze your butt right where your butt meets your thigh. Keep your shoulders going down and back. And you just want to press up until your thigh is just about in line or a little lower than your hip. You don't need to come all the way up here and go into hyperextension, right? You can do this with a weight behind your knee. So you're going to press up and down. You can hold at the top and pulse there just kind of for a little extra burn. So this is a glute kickback or a donkey kick. Next up is hydrant or lateral abduction. So same thing with at the band, you're going to lift the leg out to the side. You'll probably notice you can do this a lot less, like it's a lot harder to lift the leg up. You want to make sure as you're lifting, you're not trying to dump your weight on the other side. So keep your shoulders and hips square. That's another element of that don't move me situation. Sometimes it often helps to flex the foot and pull the core in tight. So in addition to being a glute activation exercise, you are engaging your core here, okay? We did some side lying, basically, abduction yesterday when I did that clamshell action, right? Same action, just a little bit harder here because you're having to support the weight of your upper body. To make this more challenging, you can reach the opposite arm up. You can also bring the elbow to the knee underneath you for a little bit more of a bird dog action, and then you're really going to engage the core. So those are a couple options on hands and knees. Now, to make this dynamic, I'm going to take this into a half kneeling get up, and I'm going to move back a little bit. You want to make sure you have enough space with your band. So if it's too tight, you're not going to be able to do this. And I apologize if you're commenting, I can't see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the same leg, my working leg, and step it forward. I have tension in the band here. My back foot is flexed, and I'm going to come up to a low squat and then just come back down. So the band is actually going to try to pull me up fast, but I'm going to resist, and then I'm using both my left leg and my right leg as I go back down. If you have any knee, hip, or back issues, you can fully stand up. That'll also help you go through full extension, but here I'm trying to kind of create stability. My standing knee should remain over my ankle or slightly forward depending on your mobility there, right? So to make this a really nice dynamic exercise, you can combo a glute kick back and then step that foot forward, stand up, come back down. It's a little hard with the band, but if you can kind of go through a sweeping action and not really even rest on the way up and down, that's going to make it a little bit more challenging here. All right, so those are a few exercises you can do with or without the band. Excuse me. Again, this is a great option to do at the beginning or at the end of your workout. In the beginning, because it's going to help you get activated. At the end, because it's going to kind of help when you're under time under tension. So the longer you're working, the more tired you're going to be. And this kind of helps basically your neuromuscular system get a little bit better at firing and working appropriately. So try those 3 movements, really easy, really straightforward, I should say. They're not easy, with those variations. So remember, you can do opposite arm and leg reaching out. For a challenge, when you go out to the side, I don't know if you could see, I'm going to reach my opposite arm out to the side. You could even hold a weight in your hand. These are 3 simple movements that you can put at the beginning of the end of the workout. using those modifications or those advanced options as you like. Guys, I'm going to tune out now. If I missed your questions, I do apologize. Remember, you can always rewatch this Periscope from the beginning for the next 24 hours. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be posting these all on YouTube. Good. Yeah, I know, right? That's okay. That's 50% of the audience I'm not interested in. That's not why I'm doing this, okay? You can tune into another channel. Hi, Maria. Welcome. You just missed the whole damn thing, so you're going to have to watch it over again. Or if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'm posting all the videos after the fact, about a day after they've expired on Periscope, so you can follow along with the challenge. So get a band if you don't have one. I have them on my site under the store at lizbarnett.com/store. And tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so that's going to be 11 a.m. For the next Take 5 challenge. Take care and have a great rest of your day.